Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back to my story. It's going to begin the year 2017. So, Sharlene Taylor contacted me around about the beginning of the year 2017. We were in contact. Now, summertime, I was going to the beach quite often. And at the beach, you know, I noticed the girls are doing poses. Like, remember I was telling you about the pictures I had of girls on the beach and upskirts and all this and that. They were kind of dirty, pervy pictures on my phone from fucking 2010. So I noticed the girls at the beach were doing all these poses that were kind of replicating the photos that I had on my phone. Like all the pictures I had. But I'm not sure if I've told you yet. These pictures that I talk about, and the Hayley picture, all these pictures that I've been talking about to you, I've never shown anybody. Not that they're a secret, they're just pictures I had on my phone. So how does the system know I've got all these pictures? And they treated me like a pervert about these pictures. Obviously because they've invaded my privacy, hacked my phones, and they've got access to it somehow. Because no one's seen these pictures from my phone. But everybody's treating me according to these pictures. So the girls at the beach were doing these poses, replicating the pictures on my phone. There's young girls in tight shorts. Now, not at the beach, everywhere I go in town, there's young girls in tight shorts, tight jeans and tight leggings, you know. Every girl's wearing tight jeans, shorts. And they're walking in front of me now. Now they're walking in front of me deliberately. This is what they were doing. They set up to walk in front of me. And the people communicating to me are saying like, yes, no, maybe, They're evoking carnal thoughts basically, or dirty kind of thoughts, you know. Perverted thoughts about all these girls walking in front of me. It's all a setup. This is what they've been doing to me. Trying to make me feel like a pervert, stigmatize me as a pervert. Like I told you before, there's dads and their daughters. They're walking past with their daughters and they're saying things like, yes, no, basically insinuating I'm some kind of pedophile. That's how they're making me feel. It's like they're saying to me, yeah, do you want her? No, what do you think? Even mothers and their daughters are doing the same thing to me. Or stigmatize me as a pervert and a pedophile. Making me feel crap, you know. This is everywhere I go, people are doing this. I went to my brother Byrons' house, the same deal with the TV. When I'm sitting there playing with Olivia or Denzel and that, you know, the people in the TV are doing things like sniffing, like, well, just being pigs, you know. They're evoking dirty thoughts, like, what's the word I can use? They're just evoking disgusting thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Then I go to pick up Byron's kids with him at school. I meet a few of the mothers there and the kids and all that stuff. And I don't know, I feel like they're trying to show me what they have to go through in life or something, you know what I mean? I'm not sure why, it just felt a bit strange. I didn't mind picking up the kids from school, it's great, you know? That's something I would have loved to do with my own daughter and myself. That's what I was supposed to be doing now. Anyway. Another thing, the people on the train, every time I go on the train, I'm going to town. Now, every time. Every time I go to move, or turn my head, somebody moves. When I turn this way, everybody does something. When I lean back in my chair, everybody does something. It's like everybody moves when I move. So it's like they almost try to make me move like I've got problems, you know? Or they try to make me move fast. Every time I turn my head, every time I move to comfort myself, people are making me uncomfortable. They all moving. Just before I move or just as I move. They all getting signals to move when I move. They all been placed there for me to make me feel like an idiot, to make me feel like I've got a delusional perspective of the world. It's fucking ridiculous. This is what the system's doing to me. I couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief. I thought to myself, how can they move? How do they know when I'm gonna move? How do they know when I'm moving? But they all do, because the system's got them wired to move when I'm gonna move, because the system knows when I'm gonna move through technology. They know when I'm gonna do something based on my breathing, or whatever vitals they read in, my heart rate, my temperature, everything. They know all that on me. You know what I'm saying? So every time I'm going to move, they give people a signal. And people move when I move. Not once did I think I'm delusional. I can tell it's happening on purpose. Every time I do something, someone else does something. And cars are following me around everywhere. When I'm driving my mum's car and going somewhere, cars are following me. It's like they're stalking me. In shopping centers, people walk behind me, on the side of me, in front of me, everywhere. People are surrounding me. It's like people are surrounding me and going wherever I go. So they're trying to make life for me look busy. And people got expressions on their faces like they, you know, trying hard or life is hard and that sort of stuff, you know. And that's what they've been doing to me. So everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by people. So life looks busy. It's an illusion they're trying to give me. I know, I've been in Perth for 30 years. I know what Perth is like. But they're trying to give me psychologically change my perspective on life, the reality around me. The TV is still shaking, my TV. The lights in this house are still flashing. They're still flashing up to today. They're spraying some light on my face. If you look at my face, they've destroyed my face. They're changing my face. Because they want me to look like a delusional druggie. All my spots on my face, my skin is bad. Even on my hands. The places that are exposed to the light inside this house, like my face and my arms, if you look at my skin, they've aged me years in the last year and a half, mate. Through what lights they have in this house. That's why I need somebody to check it out. Because you can't do this and get away with this. It's not right, it's not legal. This is bullshit. Because they try to say I'm a druggie and a junkie. So now they're trying to make me look old and change my face. So I look like one. Besides looking delusional and paranoid schizophrenic. Can you believe that? This is really going on, folks. This is no lie. This is what's been actually going on in my life. Same thing like I told you before, the cars at night are all following me with their bright lights on. Not so much their bright lights, but they've all got their lights adjusted. So their lights are facing up. And when I look into oncoming traffic, their lights are all bright. It's like every car has adjusted its lights to point a little up. So to oncoming traffic, it's too bright for your eyes. This is real. It's all for me. It's just amazing how many people are actually involved in it. In picking on me and bullying me. Why is everybody bullying me like that? everyone's pointing a phone camera at me. You know what I mean? Because I had a picture that I didn't know about, and people assume that I take pictures or sneaky pictures of girls and women. So everyone's pointing a phone camera at me, or looking at their phone like this at me. Everywhere I go, even in the cars on the side of me. When I go to shopping centers, and beautiful women or mothers and young girls, and guys, they pick up their phone and they point it. It's like to say, yeah, we're watching you. Because they think that's what I do to people. That's what they've accused me of doing. So everywhere I go, everyone's orchestrated to make me feel like they're watching me. And this is not shit that I do in my life. Just because I got drunk one night and done something I can't remember, that's no reason for everybody to accuse me of behaving like that in my normal life. It's destroyed my life. It's destroyed my life. Everywhere I go, people are picking on me and making me feel like an idiot, making me feel like a pervert or a dog, a pervert or a pedophile. There's babies in prams now. This is a pedophile notion thing. They got babies bouncing. You know how babies sit in prams with their legs up, eating their leg and all that. And they got babies bouncing around everywhere. Every woman's fucking got a pram and she's pushing a pram in front of me, you know? Like to show me babies, like, I love babies. Huh. But it's some pedophile natured thing that they do to me. It's supposed to evoke, because people actually know what I'm thinking. The system knows what I'm thinking through technology. It's important to remember that. They know what I'm thinking. Because they think I'm a pedophile and a pervert and a rapist. So they know exactly what I'm thinking. So what they've been doing with all these things I've been telling you is trying to evoke thoughts out of me that are not right. They're setting up scenarios in front of me. Like these babies in prams bouncing around. They're setting all this up. All the girls in tight shorts and tight jeans, up their bums and all that. They're setting all of this up because they know, because they can hear what I think. They know what I'm thinking. So they've been setting up all these scenarios in front of me to make me feel like a pervert or a pedophile and stigmatize me as one. I know it sounds crazy, it sounds a little delusional. But trust me, this is real. It's through technology. Because of what they say I am. A cockroach and a pedophile and a rapist. That's why they've got this technology that invades my privacy. And they can know what I'm thinking. That's why they're setting up these scenarios in front of me. To make me feel like I'm a pervert or a pedophile. Women and kids at the beach eating their ice creams, man. They come, they look at where I am, right? They stalk me, basically. And harass me. I'm sitting there minding my own business on the beach. I can see them coming from a distance. Hey, a mother and her 2 kids will come with their ice creams and they're licking their ice creams fast. You know, they're licking their ice creams fast now. It's like they're trying to evoke some kind of carnal thoughts out of me, you know? And then they'll come and sit right in front of me and start talking absolute nonsense, you know? Even what they say is orchestrated to make me feel like an idiot. Then they're licking their ice creams like bloody tools, you know? Not normal stuff. Just to make me feel like them licking their ice creams is going to evoke some kind of pedophile natured thoughts in me, you know what I'm saying? It's all some sexually perverted natured stuff, man. It's not good, you know? And they've been following me around and harassing me with this kind of stuff. Just because I had dirty photos on my phone and I got my cousin pregnant. And they've related everything in my life to each other and none of it is related. How can getting drunk one night and doing something you don't know be related to your normal behavior in life? And while these people are eating their ice creams and the mums and all that, the people are communicating with me. They're talking to me saying, huh? What? Look, trying to evoke carnal thoughts out of me. They're constantly talking to me. It sounds like schizophrenia. Trust me, it's not. The system wanted me to think I am. That's why they keep doing it. That's why they don't stop doing it, because they want me to believe that I'm actually hearing my own imaginary friends, like my conscience. I'm not. It's the system talking to me through technology. They try to make a schizophrenic out of me. While I remember, I'll tell you this story. It's getting a bit hot, drinking the coffee. Now, I was walking in town. I noticed in town, right, that all the cameras set up around town are low. And there was more cameras. Even by the Hungry Jacks where I went, there seemed to be a new camera there. So everywhere I go, they've been watching me on these cameras in town. Now, I realized, because I'm walking around and I'm talking to myself sometimes, because people are actually communicating with me, the system, right? I noticed all these cameras and they look lower than they normally are. They look more on eye level. And just before the train station, there's a camera and there's a shop called White Dwarf Books. And whenever I walk and I look at the sign, I say to myself, White Dwarf Books. You know, if I'm in my own world and I read the sign, White Dwarf Books, but there's a camera looking straight at me. And I thought to myself, you know what? If I read, because I was telling you, I know that they've got footage of me and Hayley on camera, because Craig and everyone's been relating scenarios or saying things that will only relate to people having footage of me and Hayley on camera. So I thought to myself that all these cameras are there in town so people can lip read what I'm saying to myself. Because when I say White Dwarf Books, 10 meters, that's what the sign says, I can translate that to, what's the time there, man? You know what I'm saying? White Dwarf Books. Or I can say, what the bloody hell? Or what's the time there, man? You know, if I read White Dwarf Books 10 meters, I can read, what the fuck's the time there, man? If you read my lips, White Dwarf Books 10 meters, what the fuck's the time there, man? White Dwarf Books 10 meters, what do you do that for? What do you do that for, man? Or what's the time there, man? Fucking hell. You know what I'm saying? So I related that to me and Hayley being on camera, because that makes sense to me. White Dwarf Books 10 meters. I can relate it to a few things that it would look like I say. So I thought that's why that is set up like that. Because if people got when the footage of me and Hayley, they'll be trying to interpret what I'm saying or what Hayley's saying by lip reading, because you can't hear what's on the video that they'll have. You can't hear us talking, but you can see us lip reading. So to translate. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I figured out. White Dwarf Books 10 meters. There's a few things you can relate to that in a South African slang kind of way. So that's what I realized people are doing. They've been watching me everywhere I go, in every shopping center. Because they've been communicating with me, so I've been mumbling to myself. And they've set up signs in Vic Park, signs at the shops. The names of shops are certain names, because it's like they want to lip read. They want to look at what my lips say when they read these, when I read these signs. Because they've been watching me in my car as well, which is my mum's car at this time, 2017. So I figured that everything that I've been translating, like the shop, ramen noodles, the Raj Mahal and all this, they've been lip reading me the whole time. And that will only be because of footage they have of me and Hayley. Pretty much. That's what I realized. And then I realized another important thing. Craig Jones. Before I tell you the story, I'll tell you this. The system decided to make me a schizophrenic or a victim of the mental health system or a patient of the mental health system a very long time ago, when they thought that I raped Hayley or took advantage of Hayley Myles. Because Hayley used to be she's in the mental health system, right? So since then, the system has seen footage of me, like this scar here I showed you. This scar here looks like a spider and a cockroach, and this is what they call me, a spider and a cockroach. The system gave me this scar in 2011 or 12. Look at that. Looks like a cockroach, huh? Or a spider. That's a mark by the system they gave me. I asked that doctor, is that going to leave a scar? And he said no. It's left a bigger scar that looks like a spider or a cockroach. And that's what they call me in society, and that's what they treated me as. Huh? So since Hayley and that, and they heard about my ex-wife, us mistakenly having anal sex, so they assume I'm a rapist now as well. Besides a pedophile, because I think Hayley was a little something wrong with her mentally. I don't know what the story was with her. But since then, the system decided to make me a mental health patient.